What if I told you that skipping breakfast could either transform your health or slowly damage your body if done the wrong way? Intermittent fasting is one of the most talked about health strategies in the world right now, and Dr. Berg has become one of its loudest advocates. Millions of people swear by fasting plans like 16-8 and OMAD, claiming fat loss, mental clarity, and better energy. But here's the real question nobody wants to answer honestly. Is intermittent fasting actually safe for everyone? Or is it quietly risky if you follow it blindly? Today, we're breaking this down without hype, without fear-mongering, just real clarity. So, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether intermittent fasting is something that can help you, or something you need to approach with caution. Let's start with what intermittent fasting really is, because a lot of people misunderstand it. It's not about starving yourself, and it's not about eating less food overall. At least not intentionally. Intermittent fasting is simply about when you eat, not what you eat. Dr. Berg often explains that fasting gives your body a break from constant insulin spikes. Every time you eat, insulin rises. When insulin stays high all day long, fat burning stays locked. Fasting creates windows where insulin drops, and that's when your body finally gets permission to burn stored fat. That's the theory, and on paper, it sounds powerful. The most popular fasting style is 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window. For many people, this looks like skipping breakfast, eating lunch around noon, and finishing dinner by 8. Dr. Berg often recommends this as a starting point because it's relatively gentle and fits into most lifestyles. The big benefit here is metabolic flexibility. Your body slowly learns how to switch between burning glucose and burning fat. Many people report fewer cravings, more stable energy, and even better digestion once their body adapts. Then there's OMAD, or one meal a day, which Dr. Berg also talks about, but usually with more caution. OMAD means fasting for about 23 hours and eating all your calories in one meal. This can dramatically lower insulin, which may accelerate fat loss, especially in people who are already insulin resistant. Some people feel amazing on OMAD, clear mind, strong appetite control, and rapid weight loss. But here's where things get interesting, and also where risk can creep in. One of the biggest pros of intermittent fasting is appetite control. When insulin drops, hunger hormones often calm down. That constant urge to snack disappears. Another major benefit is fat loss without calorie obsession. You're not counting every bite. You're simply allowing your body to access stored fat. Fasting may also support cellular cleanup through a process called autophagy, where damaged cells are recycled. Dr. Berg often emphasizes this as a long-term health benefit beyond just weight loss. Many people also notice improved mental focus, likely because ketones provide a steady fuel source for the brain. But now let's talk honestly about the cons, because this is where people get hurt by following fasting like a religion instead of a tool. One major risk is nutrient deficiency. If you're doing OMAD and not eating nutrient-dense foods, you may fall short on protein, electrolytes, and essential vitamins. Dr. Berg constantly stresses the importance of minerals like potassium, sodium, and magnesium during fasting. Ignoring this can lead to dizziness, fatigue, heart palpitations, and muscle cramps. Another concern is hormonal stress, especially for women. Extended fasting can raise cortisol if the body perceives starvation. Some women experience disrupted menstrual cycles, sleep problems, or increased anxiety when fasting too aggressively. This doesn't mean fasting is bad for women, but it does mean fasting must be individualized. A 16-8 approach may work beautifully, while OMAD may be too intense. Blood sugar instability is another risk people don't talk about enough. Ironically, people with blood sugar issues can feel worse at first if they jump into fasting to fast. Symptoms like shakiness, irritability, headaches, and weakness are signs that your body isn't adapted yet. Dr. Berg often advises easing into fasting gradually and focusing on low-carb, whole foods before extending fasting windows. Then there's the psychological side. Fasting can become restrictive if you have a history of disordered eating. If food starts to feel like an enemy or fasting becomes a competition, that's a red flag. Intermittent fasting should make your life simpler, not stressful. So, is intermittent fasting safe or risky? The honest answer is, it depends. For metabolically unhealthy individuals, especially those with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or excess weight, a properly structured fasting routine can be incredibly helpful. For healthy, active individuals, fasting can still work, but pushing extremes like OMAD every day may not be necessary or beneficial. Dr. Berg's biggest message is not just fast more, but fast smarter. Focus on nutrient-dense foods. Break your fast with real protein, healthy fats, and vegetables. Hydration is critical. Electrolytes matter more than calories. And most importantly, listen to your body. If fasting improves your energy, sleep, and mood, you're probably on the right track. If it makes you feel weak, anxious, or obsessed with food, something needs adjustment. Intermittent fasting is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can build or it can damage depending on how you use it. It's not magic, and it's not mandatory. For health, it's simply one strategy among many. The smartest approach is flexibility. Start slow. Stay aware. And remember, your body is not a machine, it's a system that thrives on balance, not extremes. If you're considering fasting, especially longer fasts like OMAD, take the time to understand your body, your stress levels, and your nutritional intake. Intermittent fasting should support your health, not challenge it. And when done the right way, it can be one of the most effective and sustainable health tools available today.